Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by Merry Maids. Leaving your house cleaning chores to the caring team members at Merry Maids of Wenatchee is the easy way to have a completely clean home just the way you want it. For a free in-home estimate, call today, 509-293-4243. Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel as we get to meet the top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant. But we get a chance to talk to the ladies here, and today we're going to introduce you to Jenna Daley, who is the daughter of Craig and Tricia Field. Hi there.
Hello, it's good to be here.
Before I get to my list of questions, I want to give you the chance to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a senior in high school this year, just like every other girl. I teach swim and dive. Well, not the dive parts most of the time, but I do coach swimming in the evenings. I work at Cot Camp Adiadnack in the morning with Andy Cot Camp. He's a fantastic human being, and I'm just really happy to be here today.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
I'd like to be a role model, truthfully. I never in a million years thought I would be doing anything like this. So to show someone else that they can do it while scared is my whole thing.
What was the switch that flipped for you to you say, never would you ever do this, and here you are doing this?
It was that mandatory meeting. I walked in and I sat down and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I might be afraid and it's gonna be really scary, but I'm just gonna do it.
That's cool. So the law firm that you work at, what do you do there?
I do lots of different things. So sometimes I work with Andy. He does a lot of real estate, probate, wills, post-death kind of things. But I also work on our public contract for the CCDC, which is just all of our criminal and just public defender type things. So I learn a lot about our city.
Wow, that's impressive. So is it you're taking notes, you're filing, you're presenting documents? What type of actual work?
Well, I answer phone calls. I look over a bunch of different documents for both sides of the attorney world. And, yeah.
All right. So that keeps you busy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you coach swimming, but you coach like age, 10 and under?
Yes, 10 and under.
So what's the most challenging about that? I imagine there would be a lot.
Oh, boy. I think getting them to listen. You know, they're really excited to be there, and I love it. But sometimes it's just like, you guys need to calm down.
And how hard is that in that environment? Because it's cacophonous, right? I mean, the sound is bouncing everywhere, and they're in water or head underwater, that type of thing. So how do you get them to actually hear you?
You know, sometimes it's a lot of yelling. I try to be nice. Sometimes it just isn't possible while you're yelling, though. You're just like, you have to get your head above water. Honestly, I think that's what I say the most. Head above water, head above water. I mean, at least 3 kids are under the water while I'm trying to talk.
My daughter was on the swim team in Eastmont when she went to school there, and I thought it was funny the coaches were outside the pool, yet they're doing all of the swim motions and stuff. And do you do that too? I mean, are you out of the pool going, okay, you need to do your arm like this? And
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that's kind of the only way you can show them unless you're in the water with them, which during the summer I am. But yeah, during the winter months, I am outside of the water and I'm not getting in. So they're just going to have to figure it out with my air motions.
So from 10 years all the way down to what?
Usually about 5 or 6,
okay.
I think is our youngest.
Okay.
We do have a preteen program with Velocity. So if they're not quite ready for bronze, which is our 10 and under group, they'll go into preteen and start there.
What's your most prideful moment doing that?
Oh, honestly, I think it's watching them just figure it out. You can see the light switch just flip on. And they recognize, oh, wait, this is how I'm supposed to do it. They just get so excited.
In this process, Apple Blossom, is there a part that you fear?
Oh, I mean, I think definitely, yeah, just being up on stage definitely can suck sometimes, but it's really exciting. I've heard a couple of the past top 10 people say, you know, you go up there and you black out, but you have so much fun. And I really feel that.
Okay, so the speech part, is it remembering the speech or is it just being up in front of all those people?
I think it really is a combination of the both. You know, you get up there, I remember walking up and going, okay, you have these few parts that you cannot miss. If you miss those, I'm gonna go backstage and like bang my head against a wall or something. So I think it's a combo of the two, and then you know everybody is there watching you, and they want to have you succeed. They want to watch you do good. So that fear of like, okay, don't disappoint the audience, it's just, yeah, it's a lot sometimes.
So if I went to your best friend and said, okay, tell me about Jenna, what would they say?
She would say that I am incredibly energetic. You know, I don't know how to be quiet sometimes. So I think that's probably what she would say.
Okay. Do you want to mention who your best friend is? Or
Oh,
do you have more than one? We don't want to leave anybody out.
McKenna. Hi, McKenna. If you're watching this. But I just,
well, if she's
I
your
really
best
love
friend,
her.
she's going to be watching.
Of course, she has to.
That's good. So it may be related to McKenna, maybe not. What makes you laugh every time, no matter what?
Oh, McKenna. Seriously, she could walk into my house and just start raiding my pantry, and I would be hysterical, just on the ground. She comes in, she steals an applesauce from our pantry. Pretty much every time she's there, it's either that or our saltines. Yeah, her mom used to buy her the unsalted saltines, which I think really defeats the point of the whole cracker.
It's called a saltine for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So having someone like that's got to be pretty important during this time, especially because it could be pretty stressful, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, she is my rock for sure. My parents actually have not heard either of my speeches. Well, I guess they have heard my first one now. They were there, but I refused to let them read it, look over it, see any part of it before it was time. So she's been helping me through. She's been helping me memorize and just get everything down and get ready.
How's your speech coming?
You know, I think it's going pretty good. I've
Good.
had some positive comments from the people that I've,
The
let
few
read
people
it.
you've let behind
Yes.
the curtain.
Oh yeah, three.
Okay.
Three. That's my number.
What's the hardest part of this apple blossom process for you?
Oh, I think writing, for sure. You know, you write that first speech and now you get here and you're like, okay, what do I write about now? So I think that first part of it really was the most difficult part for me. In my first speech, I talk a lot about that perfection aspect of it. You want it to be perfect, but aiming solely for perfection is, defeating the whole purpose of all of this. So taking a step back and realizing, okay, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna say what I wanna say, that is the most important part.
So you say that if you could trade places with someone, you'd trade places with Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Okay, why?
She is such a successful artist. I would love to talk to her and get to know what she does before her concerts and before her different events that she does to set herself up for success. I mean, she had a $1 billion, net gross tour this year. So it would be so amazing to get to meet her and know what she does every day.
But you're trading places with her, so you would be her for the day.
But I would still be learning all that stuff, though.
That's true. That's true. It's pretty incredible about what she did for the truck drivers and all the people behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't know about that, you can read about that on Google. So, okay, Taylor Swift. All right. Can you sing like Taylor Swift?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Not even close.
Okay, all right. I just, wanted to check and see about that.
Oh, yeah,
Are
no.
you a fan of Travis Kelce too? Or?
I'm not a huge football fan, but I've kind of dipped my toes in now because of her.
Well, that's very Taylor Swift-like because she wasn't a football fan before she got to know
That's very
Mr.
true.
Kelce. Is there a question that you were preparing for that you hoped I would ask that I did not?
Honestly, no. I just kind of walked in and said, he's going to ask me some stuff, and I'm just going to respond. That's it.
Okay, well, fair enough. Jenna, best of luck in this whole process.
Yeah, thank
Congratulations
you very much.
on the top 10.
Yeah, thank you.
That's huge already. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you do well, and we'll see you again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, there you go. Jenna Daley joining us, one of the top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant. Coming your way on Saturday, February 8th from the Numerica Performing Arts Center. We'll start our pregame, if you will, at 6:30, and then, of course, the pageant at 7 o'clock. Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air, Heating, and Cooling.